What's going on, guys? Welcome back to this week's weekly wisdom, hashtag take back your life, episode number 9. That means today and next week we'll be done. We'll be through my 10 topics, and I am excited to get these last 2 out because I think in a lot of ways, this is kind of the culmination of all of the concepts and things that I've run through each week, which have really helped me in my life. And these last 2 are probably the biggest 2 that I've really had to emotionally mature into being able to embrace and to really be able to face head on, because I've had a lot of fear and insecurity, especially with today's topic. And that topic is vulnerability. And I wanted to talk about being vulnerable with you guys, and many of you guys know that right now I'm on a social media hiatus. So all this content that's being posted online is compliments of my wife. I record the videos, I send them to her, she edits them, she posts them, and beyond that I don't know what the comments are, I don't know what the like situation is. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because I'm putting this out to help serve other people. But at the end of the day, what's most important about this week's topic is that when I was on social media, I noticed that everybody lived their life through a filter, right? They weren't being genuine or authentic in what was actually happening in their life. And I don't think any growth, like any positive things, happen when you look at other people's lives and you just see all of the good stuff. You never see any challenges. You never see any situations where people share that you can actually learn from their experiences and help you to either avoid those same problems or to improve your life through things that they've offered to you. So that's a big realization that I had in the last few years, is that being vulnerable, allowing yourself to be honest with other human beings when you're struggling, is just allowing other people to help you. And I think men, just like in general, and I can really only speak as a man because I am one, but I think men struggle with this because we really don't have a clearly defined understanding of masculinity. I was lucky enough that this last week I was able to attend a wedding, and one of the books I read on my plane there and back was A True Measure of a Man. And the whole book is really about being vulnerable and allowing yourself to jettison this idea of I have to be this tough macho dude. And in reality, you know what? None of us really are. We are emotional creatures. We're not designed to be loners and out there on our own and you know what? Just suck it up, buttercup, and you hurt your leg, walk it off. Like, none of that stuff is actually how we're supposed to be designed. And I think if more people were in tune with being vulnerable and willing to ask for help, and we would solve so many more problems. And I've really learned this and started embracing it in the last few years. It's allowed me to be better suited to identify the struggles that I have in my life, and it makes me more likely to ask for help so that I don't just live in this perpetual plane of misery and struggle. I'm able to actually break through because other people are able to help me who've been there, who I can rely on and who I can be honest with. And you know what? Being vulnerable means you have to put yourself out there regardless of what judgment might come. But I think if all of us approach life being more vulnerable, then there will be less judgment because nobody's holding on to this notion that they're somehow better than other people, because we're all just real, we're just raw, we're authentic to who we are. And so share some struggles that you've had. Let's try and help each other. Let's find a community amongst ourselves and really push each other to be better human beings. And especially in today's age and the state of our society where there's so much negativity and there's so much judgment and ridicule. And at the end of the day, if we could all just be a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more true to who we are, and we're all focused on growing, then I think we'll all make our community, our lives, our neighborhoods, our country, our world a better place to live in. And that's this week's topic on Take Back Your Life. Hopefully you'll be vulnerable moving forward. Share some things that maybe you've had struggle with, and maybe we can help you get through them. Thanks so much for tuning in, and until our last week, week 10, I'll see you guys then. Have a great one.